If you know me, you know that I am almost always going to tell you to do it now, offer it now, launch it now, create it now, and not to wait because done is better than perfect. But this episode is the exception when you should wait to create an offer or affiliate. This is Deborah Atkinson, and you're listening to the Voice for Fitness Professionals podcast, where I share marketing and sales strategies that can help you even in this moment we're in 2020. Create a fitness business and a life that you love. And here we go. This episode is brought to you by the Flipping 50 Fitness Specialist. It is the first and the only hormone balancing fitness specialist program offered for women in menopause and the trainers who are training them. Through Flipping 50, in the last 8 years, dedicated after 29 years in fitness to just solely women in menopause and the exercise needs that they have. I've helped over 150,000 women. I've launched not only multiple programs, but launched the Flipping 50 Specialist, where I share the unique method and blueprint that I use so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and spend 8 years collecting all the research yourself. If you work with women in midlife and you want a program that's proven and gets reliable, consistent results, check out the Flipping 50 Specialist at fitnessmarketingmastery.com/programs. And right now is the perfect time to go. Okay, so there's one piece of advice when you're ready to create a fitness offer that you don't want to ignore. If you haven't done it, haven't gotten results from it yourself, you should probably not be teaching it. Similarly, if you want to make affiliate offers, either to sell others' products or to ask others to share your products and services, you want first to have proof that they work. So let me back up and define affiliates, especially if you're new to them. So an affiliate relationship means you're set up in a way that you can invite others to share your products and services with a special code or a URL that tracks sales that they've made because of sending traffic, and that they earn commission, a percentage basically of the sale for doing so. The benefit to you is that generally you're going to ask people and invite people to affiliate for you who have audiences that you otherwise might not reach. Now, they still have to be in your target market. So for instance, if I target women between 45 and 60, I'm going to work with other people who also do. But as a fitness professional offering exercise as the primary way to serve my customers, I might work with a functional medicine doctor or an OBGYN who serves them as well. So if you are being an affiliate for somebody else, likewise, you have the opportunity to earn a commission for sending traffic and creating sales for them. So for instance, I've done this in the last year for 2 or 3 different people. So, or 2 or 3 different companies, depending on what it is. So whenever right now, because I am my demographic, when I find a product that's working for me, solving a problem I know a lot of my customers and clients also have, I will ask, is there an opportunity to be an affiliate for you? So I've shared Feminescence, for instance. That's a hormone, an adaptogen that actually helps hormone balance. So for a lot of the women in my market, they've got hot flashes and night sweats. And for me, it was more energy, fatigue in the morning that was just totally out of the blue. And so I've been an affiliate for them. And another functional medicine OBGYN doctor friend of mine published a book. And after selling the book, she also had a program. So I was an affiliate for her. But in both cases, I used the product. So before I promoted Dr. Anna's book and program, and really what I did is shared the journey as I was on it. So it was day 5 for me, and I would do a video or post something about the fact that it was working. I was feeling great. Day 16, I posted, here's what happened. Here's my weight now. I actually just did body composition and I posted those results. And, if I don't know it, love it, and trust it, I don't share it. That's kind of my policy and mission. But I feel like my audience trusts me. And so if I'm going to put something out there, I really have to have had success with it. Now, that doesn't mean everybody who tries it will, but at least I can vouch for it. And I get to know the company a little bit in the process. And I also feel good about that. So, how much can you make or how much will you pay? Generally, commissions for online or digital products, like a course or a class. Maybe it's an exercise class, maybe it's a slideshow, it's teaching something. But generally, the commissions for those are higher, 40 or 50% of the total sales price. And if you're doing live coaching, there's a live coaching component, or it's purely coaching. You're selling hard products like protein powder or vitamins. Percentages are going to be much lower because the cost of the product or the cost of my time. So I wouldn't give somebody commission on like a coaching relationship, because my coaching, number one, I think is priced very nominally. It's certainly not a high priced coaching package, but it's reasonable both for me and for them. And right now, in this moment of time we're in, that's important to me. But for that reason, I don't offer a commission on that. So nobody is kind of selling my coaching one-on-one. That makes them, products, hard products, less attractive for affiliates for sure. But, if somebody is already loving your products themselves and they send a little bit of traffic because they have it posted on their website, that that's what they have, 10% on products that they weren't earning anyway is always better than nothing. So they still may be interested. So don't just discard it. So if you don't have a digital product yet, that doesn't mean you can't create a fitness offer for an affiliate. It just means you can keep them very small, keep them very local. So here's what that looks like. Go to, for instance, if you're doing business locally, go to your local business friends and give them services or give them money back, either one, for referring. When you know your customer lifetime value, it's easy to reward for referrals with a monetary gift. And what I mean by that is you should be able to go into your records and look up your customers and look up, all of your best buyers, and say, what's the average? You can look at a 30-day value, or you could look at the average lifetime customer value. So for as long as somebody has been in your world, as long as you've had that CRM anyway, that customer management system, how much does the average customer spend with you? So if you know that, then okay, well, for everyone that gets started with us, if we on average make $150, then what could you afford to give as a monetary gift? Do you want to give $10? Do you want to give a single massage Do you want to give points toward a massage? You can come up with any kind of system you want to, but the easier it is for somebody to get rewarded, and the sooner they get rewarded, the better. So if you know that, for instance, anybody who experiences your massage therapist will be a return customer, then you may want to give a massage for a referral to a membership or to a certain size training package, because you know in the end that, yeah, you've given that away and you can afford it because of the lifetime value of that customer that you've gained, but you also may gain repeat massage therapy business because they're going to love what they do. So you win both ways. That, of course, is if you own a fitness center and you have a massage therapy uh, program under your roof. So you need to know your customers. You need to know your business partners, and you'll create a fitness offer that'll appeal to them. So when you're ready to go bigger, you'll need to know your numbers. So affiliates who do this, like literally doing an affiliate promotion or having a product that they do, if it's a part of their business model, they want to know, what are your conversion rates? Meaning, for every lead that you get, what's the percent that turn into customers? Because that tells them a lot about the effectiveness of your funnel, and that if they choose the right people to send your message to, it gives them an idea of how much they can expect to make per lead. And if you're not yet tracking your numbers, so you don't know that, you want to start as soon as you can. Other things are things you need to consider, like you'll want to know 6 months to a year in advance when you're launching your programs. So when you know you're launching the program, say January 1st, you know when the promotional period is. So with the program launching January 1st, promotional periods may be from Black Friday week through December. And you need to know that, and then let them know 6 months to a year in advance, because everybody's planning their calendar for the year, several months before the new year begins. So it's important that you give them a heads up if you want to be included on it. Then you want to provide materials for your affiliates to use. You decide, what will you provide to them? Provide emails already written that they can just modify slightly. Provide social media posts. Provide blogs that you could guest blog. Provide opportunities where you would say, here, interview me on a Facebook Live for your audience, and here's what you can ask me. Or do the same in a podcast or a live YouTube. So any of those would be part of your launch materials, and those are things that you want to organize and get together. And you can expect and ask for all of those things for anyone you want to support in their affiliate launch too. So I have a policy of only sharing things I know, love, and trust. And I mentioned that earlier. And that means I literally have used anything I promote and or put on my resources list. And by the way, a resources list on your website is a really passive way to promote products and make a little earning from it. But you also need to make sure that legality wise, you have a note on your website that says affiliate disclaimer. It needs to state very clearly, not in teeny tiny print and not a link, to something they have to click that they really will miss, but it needs to say, by the way, these products are things I know, love, and trust. And if you click on any of them and make a purchase, there's a chance that I will make a small commission from the sale. I always go on to say, but you will pay the same price without paying more. And I also say something about, this is totally from my heart. I only share things that I love and would share with my own family members. So something to that effect, but it does have to be there. So the fact that that disclaimer or disclosure has to be there, that's legally. The words you use are yours. Okay. So listen, if you're still in the middle of fixing your own problem and you haven't done something that's gotten good results for you, ideally, you haven't gotten predictable results for at least a high percentage of clients you've used a certain system for, you're really not an expert that anyone should want to follow. Wait on that fitness offer. This is the exception to my rule of jump right in, do it before you're ready, go, start now. You have to begin somewhere. It's true. We won't all have experience, right? If we're going to get experience, we have to start before we have any. But you should have at least had good experience with yourself. You should have at least done some studying and some research so you know what's proven and you're using what's proven. Wanting to teach how to write a book, for example, isn't something that you should do if you haven't written a book. Right? That's obvious. But should you teach how to exercise for menopause if you haven't been there yet? Should you teach how to exercise for osteoporosis or Parkinson's? Of course, that's different. We wouldn't want you to go out and get Parkinson's disease or osteoporosis or cancer in order to teach it. But you do want to have something that establishes you as an expert. You have to have a track record. A certificate, a training is probably not enough. You need to have some other expertise. So how do you establish that? Have you written articles published in scientific journals? Have you gotten results for a large number of clients? Have you served on an advisory board? Have you got anything that makes you the expert? If not, and this is something you really want to do, I recommend that you focus on getting some of those things under your belt. So volunteer for organizations, volunteer to do whatever it is so that you can say that you've been on a board, you've been a volunteer for the American Heart Association or whatever it might be. Try interviewing 100 experts in the area that you want to be an expert in. Try offering a group training for the market you want so that you can gather data on your system and document it. And in that case, try using an advisory board. So gather different doctors and allied health professionals who are experts in that area to give you some advice on your protocol. To be an expert, you have to be able to show a system or a method that gets repeatable, reliable results. You've got to have more experience than only yourself. That's study of one. Having less than 5 years experience as a full-time trainer defined as 32 hours a week really isn't enough. You're on your way, but only if you have served a niche in that years of experience. So in 5 and 10 years, have you focused specifically on one unique niche, not on one unique delivery system? Because that's not a niche. And so the expertise that you have, you're not an expert on Pilates, because who is? Joseph Pilates, potentially, maybe Maura Stott, but if you are somebody who's trained in Pilates, what you ideally would do with that is take that and fulfill a niche. The more you serve a niche, not a wide variety of clients, the faster you become an expert. And I caution you not to become an expert in the mode, like the Pilates or the yoga or the kettlebells of exercise. Be the expert in a problem that a customer wants solved. Use the mode to serve them and be a part of your method if you're dedicated to a certain mode. And then justify why you think it's best based on the results that you get. So if you've got customers who want to maintain their lean muscle mass, reduce their fat, and build the bone density, and you're using Pilates, your methodology should be able to prove from before and after research that after going through my program, they have increased their lean muscle mass. That's easy to measure. They have decreased their percent body fat. That's easy to measure. And they have increased or maintained the same bone density level. That's a little harder to measure, but it can be done. And so, look at the specific things that you want and promise with your services. There you have it. How to create a fitness offer or affiliate, and when you're ready, and when to wait. But it won't be long if you are waiting, and you'll have an offer that will convert. If you're thoughtful about it and you truly have a heart-centered customer service business, you will find the right time to make that fitness offer. What are you waiting for? The world needs you and health, fitness, and wellness now more than ever.